What's
How you doing, brother? You good? Hey, we ain't gonna hurt you, bro. We ain't gonna hurt you. What's your name? So Victor? Well, what tribe you from, so Victor? When you look on this side, what tribe would your father be from this side? So-called American Black, West Indian, Haitian?
First two.
The first two? Your father? What is your father's nationality? Let me put it that way. Black, so-called American Black. So according to the Bible, brother, you are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Understand that you fall from the same lineage as Jesus the Christ.
Right.
Judah means God's praise. Did you know that? No. So if you think that you are an African American, right? Can you explain to me where that term comes from, African American? All right, I'm gonna explain it to you, right? First of all, brother, where you from? You're from Orlando, right? What street you live on? Town? So, town? Okay. So, now let me explain it like this to you, bro. Your mail that comes to your house, right? It don't come across the street, right? Why? Because it has one address on it, right? So that means that you can't be from two places, right? So you can't be African American. Now, understand something. Africa comes from a man by the name of Leo Scipius Africanus. He conquered that landmass known as Africa when it was called Ham during the Second Punic War when he defeated Hannibal. Right. He is a so-called Italian man. Italians are so-called white people. So, America comes from a man by the name of Amerigo Vespucci, another Italian navigator, a so-called white man. So now, brother, can two white men make you? That's impossible. So,
bring it out.
How can you be African American? That's a lie, correct? Because two men cannot procreate anything, right? If a man and a man got together, sodomy, can they recreate a baby? They can't. So you cannot be African American, brother. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's
Your
right.
true nationality was taken away from you. You are a real Jew.
That's
you
right.
are not from Africa.
Yeah, right.
Right, not Jewish. Jews. We are the real Jews. Those people in Israel today, they know that they are Jewish. Ish means to pertain to. Like if I said I'm gonna be somewhere at 5-ish, are you expecting me at 5 or around 5? So it pertains to 5, right? So they are not the real Jews, they know that. They know that the real Jews are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
They know that. Our people do not know that. We the ones calling ourselves blacks, which is a color in a crayon box. Calling ourselves African American. Calling ourselves Haitian, which means children of hell. Calling ourselves West Indian, which is first a direction and then a derogatory term that means servant or slave. Our people don't want to be called the tribes of Israel. They don't want to be known as children that have power with God. Give me that Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. Let's prove to you what your true nationality and name means, brother, and what's required of you by God. How old are you? 22? So, all your life, brother, have you ever been taught that you're supposed to keep God's commandments? You are? Your mother's a pastor?
What?
Did she ever teach you that you're supposed to keep God's commandments? Which commandments did she tell you to keep? Like what? Name me some. Name me some. Thou shalt not steal, okay. Thou shalt not sleep with thy neighbor's wife, commit adultery, right? Give me some more. Come on, give me some more. No, don't worry about that camera. We right here right now. Don't nobody exist but me and you right now. Right? Give me some more. How about the Sabbath day? You ever heard of the Sabbath? Thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy. When is the Sabbath? The Sabbath is today, brother. Today. Give me that egg. No. The Sabbath is Saturday, so called the 7th day of the week. Give me that Exodus chapter 20.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
right. No. The Sabbath is the 7th day of the week.
That's
and when you look on the calendar, right, Sunday, like they know in church to be the Sabbath, is the 1st day of the week. So Saturday, from Friday sundown and Saturday sundown, we in the Sabbath, brother. So do you know what you're supposed to do on the Sabbath? We're going to read it for you and explain it to you. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So it says remember, meaning don't forget, take heed to the Sabbath, right? To keep it what?
To keep it holy.
To keep it holy meaning to keep it separate. Because these laws were only given to the Israelites, correct? Who did Moses come out of Egypt with? The Israelites, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. They were the only ones in the wilderness getting these commandments. So for something to be holy, it means for it to be separate, right? So if it wasn't holy, that means everybody can keep the Sabbath. But if it's holy, that means it's separated from everybody
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work.
Shalt thou labor and do all thy work, read.
But the 7th day,
But on that 7th day, which is today, read,
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
it's the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
You shall not be doing any work, brother, today. The only work you're supposed to be doing today is God's work.
That's right.
Waking up your people, learning about who you are. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Said you're 22 years old, you a man, brother. You a man. And as a man, what's required of you to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments and wake your people up. That's what you're supposed to do. Every brother that you see here in purple and gold, we was not perfect. We was not born into this knowledge. We was all wicked. We was all sinful. None of us was keeping God's commandments.
Right.
We was all sinners and transgressors.
Right.
But we found out who we were, according to the Bible, that we the greatest thing on this earth. We got to keep God's commandments and then teach our people. That's what we started doing. So we can reverse all these things that you see. All this happened to our people. Why? Because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Explain how a 5'6" so-called white man can round up a 6'4", 200-pound black man with no problem. That's God doing that, brother.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
God was against us because we broke his commandments. Look at the picture. He can beat up everybody on this stage.
Bring it
But
out.
he couldn't do it. Why? Because God was against him because he broke the commandments, brother. We got to get back to these commandments. Ain't you tired of working a 9 to 5? Ain't you tired of seeing your mama struggle? Ain't you tired of not owning nothing? Not having nothing? We tired of that. We want to go home to the kingdom and be back on top of all nations.
Right.
That's why we keep God's commandments. Because we the greatest thing on this earth. Just think about it. Physically, mentally, we greater than all these other nations.
Right.
You want to make a song? You want to invent something? All these inventions in America came from a so-called black man, bro. So-called blacks and Hispanics. The patents was then stolen from a so-called white man. By a so-called white man, excuse me. And he now is making profit off of us. Back in slavery, that was part of the black codes. If you was a slave back then, and you had an invention, that would get you your freedom. But you was not able to profit off your invention. That had to go to your slave master. Is that correct? Is that right? No, I'm saying, is that right? Should that be happening? No, it should not be happening. Because we broke God's commandments, that's why it was allowed to happen. You understand? So don't you think we should keep these commandments then? Yeah. Let's keep these commandments then, brother. Read on.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate.
So nobody in your family is supposed to be doing no work right now, bro. All these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we see going to work and spending money, they're in the midst of sin right now. They transgressing God's laws. Give me Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. Let's see another commandment that we're not supposed to be transgressing on the Most High God's Sabbath day. Read that.
Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord had said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So he was saying that Friday morning or Thursday night, that tomorrow is the rest of the Most High God's Sabbath day, right? Read.
Unto the Lord, bake that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see.
So whatever you cooked or ate today was supposed to be cooked yesterday before the sun went down. there is supposed to be no cooking on the Most High God's Sabbath day. You understand? At all, no cooking. Not by a microwave, not by an oven, not by an electrical stove, electrical grill, a George Foreman, none of that. Not even by the sun. Don't get slick. So I'm gonna put this plate on the sidewalk and warm it up with the sun. No, you can't do that. No. There's plenty of things you can eat that ain't hot. Bro, you can make you a cold cut sandwich, eat some chips, eat some cereal. Plenty of stuff you can eat. That's a commandment you can keep. It's not grievous like we read in 1 John 5:3. Now, you read Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. Let's read another commandment for the Sabbath day. Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. Did you go to a store today? You went to the store? No? Are you going to the store? You don't know? Well, let's see if you go to the store today after we read this. Read.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So, if there are any stores open today, like 7-Eleven, which is not owned by your people, that's owned by your enemies. Right. If 7-Eleven is open on the Most High Sabbath day, he said, thou shalt not buy it of them.
Right.
If Walgreens is open today, thou shalt not buy it of them.
Right.
You are not supposed to be doing no buying or no selling today. So we got that you're not supposed to work today, you're not supposed to be cooking today, you're not supposed to be buying or selling today.
Right.
Now you know that. So you mark. So if you walk into a store today with a wallet and some money, that's your fault. You was smart. We told you, we did our job.
Right.
You know the commandment now, you understand that? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. Then give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Let me show this brother something. Because I made a quote, and I could have been lying. I said, we the greatest thing on this earth, above all nations. Did you believe me? You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have.
Calm.
Yeah, but understand something. When it comes to this Bible, when it comes to God, God says in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, prove all things.
Right.
If your pastor teaches you anything and the Bible is closed, you tell him, show me that in the Bible what you just said to be true.
Right.
If he can't do it, he's a liar according to God.
Right.
I'm about to show you just how special we are to the Most High God. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The Israelites are a holy, meaning a separate people to the Most High God. Read.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord thy God chose these people to be a special people above all nations on this earth.
That's right.
Give me chapter 10, verse 12. Now let's see what's required of us before we wrap it up. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does the Lord require of the Israelites? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear the Lord thy God. How?
To walk in all his ways.
Some of his ways?
All his ways.
Read.
And to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Read it again.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So that's what's required of you, brother. You got to fly, you got to remember. Do your studying, bro. Do your research, bro. Understand what's required of you by God. To keep his laws, statutes, and commandments as Israelites.
Right.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.